This video is just going to look at a big picture concept for knowing what is the correct choice for summary statistics. And by summary statistics, what we mean is I want to give somebody a big overall picture of what's happening for a certain event, like maybe salaries or maybe GPAs or blood cholesterol levels. I want to tell somebody in real quick terms what's going on. So I want to give them a center, some kind of measure of center, and some kind of measure of spread. Okay? So what it comes down to is what the distribution looks like. All right? So essentially, here you are. There's really only two possibilities. If your distribution is symmetric and unimodal, so basically the bell curve, right? Then you use, for the center, you use the mean, which is an average, and for the spread, you use standard deviation. Okay? Now, if it's anything else, and I mean that, it doesn't matter. It could be bimodal, it could be skewed to the right, skewed to the left, over here, sorry. Anything, I don't care, multimodal, anything else for the center, you're going to use the median, and for the spread, you're going to use IQR, the interquartile range, all right? So if it doesn't have this shape, you want to use median IQR, and hopefully if you've gone through that exercise, which measure of center is better, you'll realize the reason we want to use median and IQR is because both of these calculations do not involve extreme values. So you don't get a distorted picture, you get an idea of what's really typical. Now here, it's okay to use the mean and standard deviation even though they include all the values, all the extreme values. The symmetry keeps everything balanced, so that's okay. All right? So let's just look real quickly at a couple of examples. So here, for example, if you were given this graph, in this graph is the number of men and their neck size, right? So, for example, here we would have 60 men or so have a neck size of about 14.5 to 15 inches, that idea. Now, this is very symmetric. And now I know some students go, well, but it looks like there's a little pull to the left. No, when you smooth this out, it looks symmetric, all right? And because it's symmetric unimodal, you're going to use the mean and the standard deviation. It is really just that, all right? Here's another example. Here's the number of female patients, all right, and how long they stayed in the hospital after a cardiac arrest, after they had a heart attack, all right? So you can see it's bimodal and skewed to the right, right? So if I smooth this out, I'm going to have to go like this, right? Bimodal, skewed to the right, and so I'm going to use the median and IQR. So center and spread. That's it. That's the big picture. Thanks for listening.